Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. As some of you may have noticed, I did not put a December's favorites video. Instead, what I wanted to do, especially because I didn't really have that many new favorites for the month of December, I wanted to do like a collective 2014 favorites, starting with, I guess, skincare. Let's go with that. So this, I guess, would have been in my December favorites. It is the Clarisonic. I highly suggest that if you don't have one of these, you go out and get one. Now, mine is older. It's the Mia version, so I think it's the travel size version. There is a Mia 2, I believe, which it has 2 different speeds. Mine just has 1. I got this a couple of years back because I just wanted to try it out and see how I liked it. But this works good enough for me, so I haven't found the need to go out and get the different types of Clarisonic. So I think if you just want to try it out, you can get the Mia, like the travel version. It's very gentle. They have different brush heads. I have the green, which I believe is acne prone skin. They have sensitive, normal, deep clean, and like a whole bunch of different types. Clarisonic's great. It really cleans deep into the pores without irritating it. So it's not like a spinning brush head. It's like sonar, like vibrating almost, and it really pulls all of the impurities out without being too harsh. Next thing in skincare is the L'Oreal Youth Code Texture Perfector. This improves the texture of my skin. It's mattifying, so it doesn't leave your skin greasy. I have sensitive skin, and this did not irritate my skin. I noticed a huge difference when I stopped using it, and my skin just looks more dull, and it doesn't look like glowy. And this serum is like my holy grail when it comes to skincare. Next, we're gonna go into foundation. I have 2 favorite foundations. They both happen to be by CoverGirl. My first foundation, which I have decided is pretty much my all-time favorite foundation, is the CoverGirl Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. Very buildable, pretty much medium to full coverage, more affordable because it's drugstore. You can wear it every day if you want, but because it can be a full coverage foundation, you can wear this on like the nights out when you really want to get glammed up. It's very breathable. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It does have SPF in it, but I really don't see like a white cast when I wear this when I take pictures. The next foundation is the Ready Set Gorgeous foundation, also by CoverGirl. I love this foundation. Super duper affordable, very lightweight, non-greasy. This does not have SPF in it. I actually did make a first impressions review video on this, and I will leave the link to that below. This was very buildable also. It wasn't as full coverage as the 3-in-1, but definitely buildable. CoverGirl, you have really done it for me for 2014. Absolutely love these foundations. My favorites, hands down. For the primer for your face, the one that I've loved for this year was the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. I kind of didn't realize that there were 2 different tones, so somebody did ask me. I have it in the yellow. I believe that there's a pink one also, which is good. I didn't realize, but it's good because not everyone has the same undertones. I like this. It really does help, in my opinion, keep my foundation on longer. It almost feels like a moisturizer too, which I like because it makes my skin feel prepped and ready for foundation instead of like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like certain primers, it kind of feels like it's not good for the skin. It's kind of just like another coat for your face. But this does feel like a moisturizer. Sometimes I would use this instead of moisturizer. Definitely felt like this helped prolong the wear of my foundation. Next, for the face, we are going to talk about my favorite blushes. So I only have a couple. These 2 are the blushes that I felt I could use on a daily basis with a bunch of different looks. So the first one is Peaches by MAC Cosmetics. Absolutely love this blush. You can wear it with a bunch of different looks. It's not super intense. It just gives like a little hint of color. Although this is like a very corally or peachy sort of tone, it looks gorgeous on pretty much any type of skin tone. Perfect for just like a little touch of color. The next blush that I want to talk about is by NYX Cosmetics, and it is in the color Terracotta. When I first saw this, I was really intrigued by it because it seemed a little darker for a blush. It kind of looked like it could be a bronzer, but it's shimmery, so I'm like, how would that work? But I tried it out, I got it, and I loved it. This I loved because it is more reflective than the peaches. It gives almost like a coppery sort of feel to it. I love it when you want to just see like a glow to your skin with some slight added color. And the reason why I chose this as one of my favorite blushes for 2014 is because you can wear it with so many different types of looks. Next, for the highlight of 2014 is by e.l.f. I got this in Moonlight Pearls, absolutely gorgeous, and only $3. I'm pretty sure it was only $3, but it's not chunky, it's not glittery, it just literally just gives a glow. It highlights you, makes you look like you're glowing. I love it. I absolutely love it. They have a few different kinds. This one, if I remember correctly, was the one with more of like that golden or yellow undertone. I'm pretty sure they had like a pink one and maybe a more neutral one. I'm not sure off the top of my head. The quality of this highlighter is phenomenal, especially for the price. And the bronzer of the year, in my opinion, is good old Hoola by Benefit. This bronzer, I remember seeing this when I was like 12 years old, and like all my friends started wearing bronzer and I didn't, because I was like, I'm already tan, why do I need bronzer? And that was back in the day, but you live and you learn. It is not orange at all. I hit pan. It gives like a nice little depth to the skin without making it look orange. It doesn't look muddy either, which is a big one, because sometimes the bronzers sometimes can look a little muddy and it doesn't look cute. Hoola is one of those bronzers that I think everyone's heard about, and it's for a good reason. It's because it's actually really, really great. Hoola by Benefit was my bronzer of the year. There's one more face product, and it is the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. Love this stuff. I hit pan on this also. I use a big kabuki brush and I use it to set my makeup and to kind of freshen up throughout the day. I love that this has a rice protein complex in it. If any of you have heard, you know, if you drop your cell phone in water to stick it in rice and let it sit overnight, and that's because the rice absorbs all of the moisture. So the rice protein complex, I guess it's the same sort of idea, that it'll absorb all of the oils. So it gives a beautiful matte finish without making it look dry, because you don't want to have that like dry and crusty look. You want to have a nice matte look, if that's the look you're going for. Next, we're gonna go into eyes. Starting off with the first product, because it's like face but eyes, Anastasia Brow Wiz. Not a big brows girl, I never really was. I'm trying to get into it, but every time I make like an intense brow, I get scared and I'm like, oh, take this off. But this is great if you want to wear a bold brow, or if you kind of just want to fill it in, where if you feel like your brows can be a little sparse, or you just want to define a little bit. It has a super tiny little tip, which is perfect because you can kind of like feather it in so it looks like your actual hair. And it's really great because it has like a little spoolie on the end so you can blend your brow out. My favorite brow product. My favorite eye primer for 2014. My favorite eye primer for 2014 is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I notice a huge difference when I wear this and when I don't. I feel like my shadows last super long when I wear this, and that it still looks like fresh and vibrant throughout the day. Definitely, by far, my favorite eye primer. Sticking with Lorac, I'm going to talk about my favorite eyeshadow palettes, the Lorac Pro Palette and the Pro Palette 2. I do have the Mega Pro Palette, and I felt like I would be lying to you guys if I said that it was one of my all-time favorites for 2014, only because I haven't played around with it as much as I've used these two, so I thought it wouldn't be fair. I love that palette, absolutely, but these two I've used pretty much every single day. Either all colors from this palette, or all colors from the other, or colors from both of them. I do have a video swatching out these colors and comparing them to each other, If you want to take a look, I will leave a link to that below as well. But these colors are gorgeous. My favorite palettes by far for 2014. First eyeliner of this year is Benefit's The Real Push-Up Liner. I've made a video about this. I will leave the link to that below. All I have to say is I am in love with this formula. It can dry out a little bit now that I'm using it more and more, but the actual formula is gorgeous. A beautiful matte black. The next eyeliner that I have been in love with is by Maybelline, and it's their gel eyeliner in Blackest Black. So similar to the Benefit Push-Up Liner, this has that same deep, dark black matte finish. This is pretty much my favorite gel liner. Next for mascara, my favorite is the Lights Camera Lashes Mascara by Tarte. Love that it doesn't irritate my eyes. I love the actual wand, the applicator. I felt like this helped define my lashes and keep them nice and long and separated but full at the same time. Love the formula, love the wand, love the mascara. Next thing I want to talk about are lips. Starting off with lip liner. My favorite lip liner of 2014 is the Lip Liner Spice by MAC Cosmetics. I love wearing this to line my lips, and I can use it to put it all over my lips as well. And actually a combination that I love to wear is Spice and my other favorite, which is Twig Lipstick by MAC Cosmetics. I'm almost done with this as well. These are both like a pinky brown. Twig is definitely more pink than Spice. These two together are gorgeous. I love these both together. I love them individually. My next favorite is Viva Violet by Revlon. Super deep violet lip color. Gorgeous. Super duper creamy, but not like shiny. Absolutely love it. Also by Revlon, I love this Color Burst Matte Lip Balm in the color Shameless. Again, that darker lip category, but this is a little bit more bright. Not only do I love these colors, but I love the formula. My next favorite lip product is by NYX Cosmetics, and it is NYX Butter Gloss. I have like 3 or 4 different colors. It smells like cupcakes. It smells so good. It's a gloss, but it's super pigmented and not sticky at all. Next, also by NYX, is their Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is my favorite soft matte lip cream, and it is in the color Copenhagen. It smells like cupcakes also. This is beautiful, goes on like a gloss, has a matte finish. Only thing with these is I feel like you do definitely have to have like soft and moisturized lips for this, otherwise it can seep into the lines of your lips. So as long as you keep your lips nice and moisturized, then this is a go for you. Now something a little bit more random, and these were also gonna go into my December favorites if I had made one, but they are these 2 bubble baths. One is by Philosophy, and it is in peppermint stick, which I thought was very fitting for December. They say it can be a shower gel, a shampoo, and a bubble bath. I only use it as a bubble bath. It smells like peppermints. It smells like candy canes, and it is amazing. So peppermint does help relieve headaches. So my other bubble bath that I love is Moonlight Path by Bath & Body Works. This has white jasmine, violet, lavender, and lily of the valley. This is more of like that floral and the soothing scent. Something that I love to do is actually combine these 2 bubble baths together. So you get like the invigorating peppermint that helps relieve your headaches, and then you get the soothing lavender that helps kind of mellow you out. And it was like my favorite thing in the world. It's a little random, but I love these. Last but not least is, of course, hair. Don't mind my hair. It's a hot mess right now. My favorite hair product, which is not really a hair product, it's more of like a scalp product. And if you guys did see this video, you will know what I'm talking about. And it is the Kerastase Initialiste. So I will leave the link to the video explaining what the Initialiste actually is down below if you want to take a look. It's pretty much a scalp concentrate, so it strengthens the hair from the scalp. I'm not going to speak too much about what the Initialiste actually is, but it's pretty much liquid gold. That's it. Next hair product is the Nectar Thermique, also by Kerastase. They did repackage this and they did reformulate it slightly. They pretty much made it paraben free now. So if you do see it out there now or online and it looks different, that's why. It is a leave-in conditioner, a thermal protectant, and it's amazing. But I put this in towel dried hair before I blow dry. It is a thermal protectant, so I do recommend using it when you are blowing your hair out, but it doesn't hurt if you just want to let your hair dry. I love this. It puts all that moisture back into my hair that it so desperately needs, and it is one of my favorite hair things in the world. For shampoo and conditioner is by Diva Curl, and it is their no poo shampoo and their one condition. It is not just for curly hair, although they are curly hair experts. It's sulfate free. The shampoo is pretty much like washing your hair with conditioner. So, talking about moisture and how desperately my hair needs it, this is good because it doesn't have that rough lather that can roughen up the cuticle and dry your hair out, and it also helps preserve the color. And I just use the conditioner that goes with it because I like it. Now, I always use a deep conditioner whenever I wash my hair. So I do shampoo, conditioner, and a deep conditioner like a mask. And my favorite, my holy grail of masks is L'Oreal's Mega Moisture from their Nature Therapy line. This smells so good. It's actually pretty affordable, especially for this size. This, I swear, it's like anytime you use it, it's just bringing my hair back to life. My hair feels so silky when using it. It's not heavy, it doesn't leave my hair greasy. If I use something too heavy, it can feel almost like a film on it, and I hate that feeling because I want to feel clean after I wash my hair. I don't want to feel like I have product in my hair after I wash it. Definitely restores some moisture and without like coating the hair. It's a lifesaver. My holy grail when it comes to hair masks. The last thing that I'm going to talk about for my whole beauty favorites in 2014 is the Shuimura Color Luster in Cool Blonde. This is pretty pricey, I will admit that. You might not always have the time to go into the salon and get a quick toner or get a gloss or get a glaze or however you want to phrase it or call it. And unless you're a licensed cosmetologist, you really should not have access to like professional hair color. And I strongly recommend staying away from box color and drugstore brand hair color. That's just my opinion. That's just me. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Like, you're entitled to your opinion. But me, I feel like unless you're a professional, you should not be playing around with hair color. So that's why I love this, because it's perfect for those girls or guys that don't have the time to run into the salon and get a glaze, or if your hair doesn't really hold onto the color and it wants to like just bring out the unwanted tones, if your hair gets brassy or if your hair gets dull, because they do have a warm blonde version where it adds more gold tones in, and this is a cool blonde version that gets rid of the brassy tones. Part of the reason why I love this so much is because it is a deep conditioner also. It's not like one of those purple shampoos that some of them tend to really dry your hair out. So you obviously don't want to be drying your hair out while toning it. You want it to be good for the hair. This, I think, is amazing in between your hair color to refresh your blondes and refresh your color and keep it looking good in between salon visits. Okay, I think that's it. I hope that you guys had an amazing year, and I hope that you bring in the new year with a bang. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this whole 2014 beauty favorites collection, I guess. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and as always, be sure to stay happy.